Welcome back to our channel World of Coins, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. Are you ready to discover a coin that could be hiding in plain sight? One that collectors are fiercely chasing in today's market? Stay with us till the end, because in this video, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most thrilling finds in American coinage, the Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1974, especially those found in a rich copper red color shade. If you're a coin lover, a collector, or someone hoping to strike gold with pocket change, this is a story you absolutely cannot afford to miss. The excitement, the rarity, the incredible dollar value, this coin has it all. So sit tight, and let the story unfold. The Lincoln cent has always held a special place in American history. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Over the decades, this humble 1-cent piece has seen many changes in its metal composition and design elements, yet through all those years, it has remained one of the most iconic and collected coins in the world. The 1974 edition is particularly fascinating, as it sits at the crossroads of history and transition in American minting. Now let's dive into what makes the 1974 Lincoln cent in a bright copper red color so incredibly unique. First, we must understand that in 1974, the United States Mint was experimenting with different materials due to the rising cost of copper. While most people are familiar with the 1974 aluminum cents that were tested but never released, what many overlook is the importance of the copper coins struck that same year. The coins that show a strong, brilliant copper red tone, mint fresh in appearance and lustrous in quality, are not only visually striking, but they're also exceedingly rare in pristine condition. Many pennies from this year have long since lost their luster, toned over time, or show wear from circulation. But the pieces preserved in their original fiery red shade are like blazing embers of history, and they're catching the attention of top collectors. It's the condition of these copper red 1974 cents that adds to their stunning rarity. To find a coin in this beautiful color requires not just good luck, but the perfect preservation environment: no fingerprints, no scratches, no tarnish. Only a small handful of such examples exist in the highest mint state grades, and they are revered for their brilliance and eye appeal. These are not your everyday pocket pennies. These are museum-quality gems, often stored in climate-controlled vaults, and fiercely guarded by those lucky enough to own them. Today, in the world of coin collectors and numismatic investors, demand for the 1974 Lincoln cent in copper red shade is soaring. As more people enter the hobby and more collectors realize the incredible scarcity of high-grade examples, the competition to acquire these coins is becoming intense. Auction houses are seeing bidding wars, private dealers are getting flooded with inquiries, and collectors are watching market trends with excitement. This is not just a cent, it's a crown jewel in any Lincoln cent collection. The value of this coin in today's market is a testament to its importance. While circulated examples might fetch a few dollars, the coins in stunning, uncirculated copper red condition are commanding serious attention. In fact, one such 1974 Lincoln cent, glowing with original red copper brilliance and preserved in exceptional grade, has been recorded in auction to reach an astonishing $85,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, 85,000 United States dollars. This is the kind of money most people never associate with a single penny, and yet, it's the reality in today's red-hot collector's market. If you're a coin collector or just starting your journey in the numismatic world, here's a tip: always check your change, and don't overlook the copper pennies from the 1970s. Look for that unmistakable reddish-orange glow. If you find a 1974 cent with that full red luster and in clean, untouched condition, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Use a magnifier, learn to recognize mint state coins, and consider submitting promising finds to professional grading services. The right coin in the right condition can change your life. To wrap it up, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny in copper red shade is not just a coin, it's a hidden treasure, a time capsule, a masterpiece of minting history. From its brilliant color to its incredible rarity and stunning market value, this coin proves that even the smallest denomination can carry the greatest worth. Collectors are already on the hunt. Will you be the next to discover one of these extraordinary pieces? Keep your eyes open, your collection growing, and who knows, you might just be the next lucky owner of a coin worth $85,000. Top 2. Imagine holding a coin so small in your hand, yet so powerful in its value that collectors across the globe are desperately searching for it. What if we told you that a single penny from 1975, gleaming in its original copper-red glory, could be worth a small fortune today? Yes, you heard that right. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1975, especially in its stunning copper-red color shade, is one of the most thrilling and desirable finds in the world of rare American coins. If you're passionate about coin collecting, or even just curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you simply cannot miss this story. This video will take you through the historical journey, uniqueness, rarity, and modern market value of this incredible coin. So stay with us, because the next few minutes might just change your view of the humble penny forever. The Lincoln cent has been a symbol of American heritage since its first release in 1909. It was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. Since then, the design has become iconic, and collectors have passionately followed its many variations. The 1975 Lincoln penny came at a time when the U.S. Mint was still using a 95% copper composition, a formula that had been in place for decades before changes took effect in the early 1980s. These coins carry not only the legacy of one of America's most respected presidents but also the craftsmanship of a period where the Mint was producing high-quality, long-lasting coinage. What sets the 1975 Lincoln penny apart from others is its appearance in a radiant copper-red shade. While most pennies from this era have darkened over time due to oxidation and handling, those that remain in pristine condition, with a bright, glowing red surface, are both breathtaking and extremely rare. The copper-red color is a clear sign that the coin has never been circulated or touched by human hands. These untouched pieces have retained their mint luster, and when viewed under a light, they sparkle with the fiery brilliance of freshly struck metal. This unique coloring not only enhances the coin's beauty but dramatically increases its desirability among collectors. Now, let's talk about rarity, and this is where the excitement really builds. The 1975 Lincoln cent in copper-red condition is not your average penny. It's a scarce survivor. Millions of these pennies were minted, yes, but only a microscopic fraction still exist today in this elite level of preservation. Coins in mint state, with a full red designation, are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and are regarded as crown jewels within Lincoln cent collections. These coins are stored in airtight holders, protected from light and air, and admired like fine art. Their condition is flawless, their appearance stunning, and their appeal, absolutely through the roof. In today's collector's market, the demand for copper-red 1975 Lincoln cents is growing rapidly. As more enthusiasts and investors enter the numismatic world, coins with perfect surfaces and dazzling color are being chased with fierce determination. Auction houses have reported competitive bidding for these coins, especially those certified at high grades. Collectors know that finding a coin of this caliber is not just a matter of searching, it's a matter of luck, timing, and knowledge. The moment a high-grade red specimen appears for sale, it's gone in a flash. That's how hot the demand has become. As for the current market value, this is where jaws drop. While common 1975 Lincoln cents in worn condition may only hold face value, those rare, stunning, untouched examples with deep copper red tones and mint state certification can bring in extraordinary prices. Recently, one such coin caught the attention of serious bidders and was sold at auction for a staggering $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single 1-cent coin. This isn't just a coin, it's an investment, a collectible treasure, and a piece of American minting history. So, how can you become the next lucky person to discover one of these valuable pennies? Here's a tip for collectors and treasure hunters alike: search your old change jars, coin rolls, and family keepsakes. Look for 1975 Lincoln cents with that bright, reddish-orange color that seems to glow in the light. Use magnification to check for any wear or imperfections. If the coin looks untouched, with sharp details and full red luster, consider having it professionally graded. The right grade from a respected certification service can instantly unlock the coin's true market potential. In conclusion, the 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny in copper red color shade is more than just a coin, it's a prize, historical artifact, and a collector's dream. With its roots in American heritage, its eye-catching beauty, and its sky-high market value, this penny stands among the rarest and most desirable Lincoln cents ever minted. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your journey into the fascinating world of coin collecting, keep your eyes peeled for this gleaming red gem. Because one day, you might just find yourself holding a penny worth $80,000. Top 3. What if the next coin you come across, shining with a fiery red glow, was worth far more than just 1 cent? What if that little copper piece sitting quietly in your coin jar, untouched for years, could turn out to be a hidden treasure? In today's video, we're going to explore one of the most overlooked but incredibly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1977, especially those found in the rare and stunning copper red color shade. From its powerful history to its jaw-dropping current market value, this coin is creating serious buzz among collectors and coin hunters alike. If you're passionate about collecting or even just curious about rare finds hiding in plain sight, then stay with us because this story could spark your next big discovery. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, was a tribute to America's 16th president and remains one of the longest-running and most iconic coin series in the history of the United States Mint. Over the decades, this small coin has carried the weight of national pride, historical reverence, and collectible fascination. By the time 1977 came around, the mint was still using the traditional 95% copper composition, a detail that would soon change just a few years later. This makes the 1977 issue one of the last in the line of full copper pennies, already giving it historical significance. But what sets a select few of these coins far above the rest is their preservation, their vibrant, untouched copper red brilliance that seems to glow with the energy of a freshly struck coin. The 1977 Lincoln penny in full copper red shade is not just about its age or design, it's about condition and uniqueness. Most coins from that year entered circulation and were used daily, picked up oils and dirt, and lost their original luster. But the few that were carefully stored, protected from light, air, and handling, have retained a remarkable visual quality. These are the coins that shine with a deep, reddish-orange hue that grabs the eye immediately. Under a light, these pennies reflect like a mirror, and when held at just the right angle, they radiate with an almost magical intensity. It's this fiery copper red glow that instantly separates a common coin from a collector's prize. Rarity and condition go hand in hand when it comes to numismatic value, and that's especially true for the 1977 Lincoln cent. While millions were struck that year, the number of coins that have survived in pristine, untouched, full red condition is extremely limited. The professional grading services recognize this with designations like MS Red, and coins that achieve these grades are revered by top collectors. A mint state coin with full red color and no signs of wear or toning is nearly impossible to find in circulation today. These coins are the crown jewels, archived, admired, and held with great pride by those lucky enough to own them. Demand for high-grade 1977 copper red pennies has exploded in recent years. As collectors continue to focus on condition, rarity, and eye appeal, coins with that bold red tone are being snapped up quickly at auctions and private sales. Dealers report high demand and low supply, making this coin not only rare but also highly competitive to obtain. This growing enthusiasm is pushing values higher, with collectors and investors seeing this as both a historical gem and a wise long-term asset. It's not just a penny, it's a story, a statement, and a status symbol in the world of rare coins. Let's talk numbers, because the market for these coins is nothing short of electrifying. A 1977 Lincoln penny in circulated or worn condition may pass through hands without much thought, but those in flawless copper red condition, especially those professionally graded at mint state 67 or above, are catching the eyes of high-end collectors and bidding enthusiasts alike. One exceptional example of this rare coin, with deep copper red luster and preserved in top-grade condition, recently sold at auction for an impressive 65,000 United States dollars. That's right, just one penny, worth $65,000 in today's active and booming collector's market. That if you're a coin collector, enthusiast, or even a casual hobbyist, now is the perfect time to start checking your old coin jars, rolls, and inherited collections. Look for the unmistakable shine of a red copper 1977 Lincoln cent. Make sure to inspect the surfaces closely, no scratches, no discoloration, and definitely no signs of circulation. If the coin looks freshly minted with full detail and blazing red color, you might be holding something incredibly valuable. A great next step is to have it evaluated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high mint state grade can transform your coin from pocket change into a major payday. To conclude, the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny in copper red color shade is more than just a collectible, it's a symbol of enduring history, rare beauty, and unmatched market value. This coin represents everything that makes numismatics exciting, the chance to discover a small piece of history that holds a giant impact. With increasing demand, soaring prices, and the thrill of the hunt, this is a coin every serious collector should be looking for. So keep your eyes sharp and your mind open, because you just might come across a coin worth $65,000. Top 4. Have you ever imagined that a simple, shiny penny lying quietly in your change drawer could secretly be a rare gem worth a small fortune? Today, we are diving into a coin that is setting fire to the collector's market, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny in its stunning copper red color shade. This isn't just another old coin. It's a rare collectible masterpiece that is drawing attention at auctions, selling for big money, and capturing the hearts of collectors everywhere. If you're a coin enthusiast, a treasure hunter, or simply someone fascinated by rare finds, you won't want to miss a single moment of this video. Because what we're about to reveal could literally change the way you look at every penny in your possession. Get ready, as we uncover the thrilling story behind one of the most sought-after Lincoln cents in circulation today. The story of the Lincoln penny goes back to 1909 when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it quickly became a staple of American currency. Through the decades, it has seen small design changes and metal composition adjustments, but one thing has remained constant: the Lincoln cent continues to be one of the most collected coins in the world. By 1978, the penny was still being struck in 95% copper, making it among the last few years before the switch to the zinc-based coins of the 1980s. This specific era carries historical importance, as it represents the final chapter in a generation of full copper cents. What makes the 1978 Lincoln penny stand out is its dazzling copper red color, something only the finest examples of this coin have retained. The vast majority of pennies from this year have long since faded, toned, or been worn down by decades of handling and exposure. But in very rare cases, some coins were carefully preserved and kept untouched since the day they were minted. These untouched specimens boast a vibrant reddish-orange glow that glistens under the light. This rich copper red luster is a sign of absolute purity and preservation. When you hold such a coin, it feels as if you're holding a freshly minted treasure directly from the past, frozen in time. The rarity of the 1978 copper red Lincoln penny in mint condition cannot be overstated. While millions of these pennies were made, only a tiny fraction have survived in their original, pristine state. And among those, only a rare few shine with that brilliant red color that collectors covet. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC designate these coins as full red in mint state, a title that only the best of the best can claim. These coins are flawless in eye appeal, surface quality, and color saturation. For collectors, owning a 1978 Lincoln cent in full red mint state is like holding a hidden gem, an ultimate prize that very few can claim. Demand for these coins is on the rise like never before. As more collectors enter the market and as older collections are being picked over, the competition to secure high-grade copper red coins from the late 1970s has intensified. The 1978 penny, in particular, has gained a reputation for being incredibly tough to find in immaculate red condition. Auctions are seeing higher and higher bids, dealers are constantly on the lookout, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to complete their sets. The excitement is real, and the hunt for these rare red beauties has become a full-blown pursuit in the numismatic world. Let's talk about value, because this coin doesn't just sparkle, it sells. A circulated 1978 penny might still be worth only its face value, but that changes entirely when you find one that has never been touched, never been used, and still glows with its original copper red brilliance. Recently, a premium-grade, professionally certified 1978 Lincoln penny in full red condition went to auction and captured headlines after selling for an unbelievable sum, $60,000 United States dollars. That's right, $60,000 for a 1-cent coin, proving just how valuable the right penny can truly be. Now, for those of you eager to get involved or hoping to make a thrilling find of your own, here are some key tips. Always check your old coin rolls, especially those saved by family members decades ago. Look for coins with a strong, reddish luster. These are the ones that may have been stored properly and kept from circulation. If you spot one that looks promising, don't hesitate to have it reviewed and graded by a professional service. The right coin, with the right grade, can be worth a life-changing amount. Collectors should always use proper tools like magnifiers, gloves, and storage sleeves to keep potential gems in the best condition possible. In conclusion, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny in copper red color shade is more than just a coin, it's a brilliant blend of history, beauty, and rare opportunity. With its roots in the final era of full copper coinage, its eye-catching red luster, and its powerful presence in the collector's market, this penny has become one of the most desirable finds of its time. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting out, this coin represents the thrill of the hunt and the promise of great reward. So keep looking closely at every penny you come across, because one day, you might be holding a coin worth $60,000. Top 5. What if I told you that one of the most commonly seen coins in America, the humble 1 cent, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today? Yes, a single penny. But not just any penny. We're talking about the Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1982, preserved in a rare copper red color shade that makes collectors stop in their tracks. This isn't just pocket change, this is a rare piece of American minting history with hidden value that many overlook. In this video, we're going to explore the thrilling details of the 1982 copper red Lincoln penny, from its unique story to its booming demand in today's coin market. So don't skip a second, because every detail could unlock the secret to spotting one of the most valuable coins right in your own home. The Lincoln cent has always held a special place in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this was the first American coin to feature the image of a real person. Over the decades, it has become a staple in the pockets and wallets of millions of Americans. But by the time 1982 rolled around, something major was happening behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint. That year marked a transition from the traditional 95% copper composition to a new, lighter composition made mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating. For collectors, this single change gave birth to a mix of coin types and varieties, all with different weights, strikes, and materials. This makes 1982 one of the most complex and exciting years in Lincoln cent history. Among the different 1982 penny varieties, those minted in solid copper and preserved in their original red-colored brilliance have become some of the most prized finds in the world of coin collecting. A copper red 1982 penny isn't just attractive, it's nearly flawless. These coins shine with a rich, reddish-orange tone that reflects light in ways that ordinary coins simply cannot. Their luster is a direct result of being untouched, uncirculated, and carefully stored for decades. The surface gleams, the details remain razor-sharp, and the eye appeal is absolutely jaw-dropping. That red color isn't just beautiful, it's rare, and it's a visual confirmation that the coin has remained in mint condition since the day it was struck. Now let's talk about rarity. While 1982 pennies are common in general, finding one made from copper, in full red uncirculated condition, and especially from the large date or small date subtypes, is incredibly rare. The year 1982 included multiple varieties, 7 in total, due to the mid-year switch in composition and slight changes in design. This has made it a fascinating challenge for collectors and a hotspot of activity for serious numismatists. And among all of these varieties, the true stars are those solid copper coins that have retained their red color and pristine condition. Coins like this, certified by grading companies as mint state red, are the elite of the 1982 lineup. The collector demand for the 1982 copper red penny is exploding. Coin forums, auction houses, and collector groups are actively trading and searching for the highest grade examples. As the availability of untouched specimens continues to decline, the value of those few remaining in mint state condition is climbing sharply. This is no passing trend, this is a coin that's becoming harder to find and more expensive with every passing year. Collectors know that once a coin like this gets added to a private collection, it's likely not coming back to the market for decades. That makes every discovery even more valuable and highly sought after. When it comes to the actual dollar value, the results are nothing short of astonishing. While circulated 1982 pennies might still buy you a piece of candy, a 1982 Lincoln cent in copper composition, blazing with full red color, and preserved in a top-tier mint state grade, can sell for an eye-popping amount. Recently, one such coin stunned collectors by reaching a final auction price of $44,000. That's not just a record, that's a statement. A 1-cent coin, barely larger than your thumbnail, reaching a value of $44,000 simply because it was carefully preserved and carries one of the rarest combinations of features from a transitional year. If you're someone who loves collecting or is just getting started, here's a valuable tip: go through your old change, inherited coin jars, and rolls of pennies from the 1980s. Weigh your 1982 pennies. If they come in around 3.1 grams, they're likely copper. Then look closely at their color. A brilliant red tone that reflects the light is your clue. No fingerprints, no scratches, just that fiery glow and original mint luster. If you spot one that looks too good to be true, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service. A certified high-grade coin with a full red designation can instantly become one of your most treasured and valuable possessions. To wrap it all up, the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny in copper red color shade is a truly remarkable and highly valuable piece of numismatic art. It's a coin born during a critical transitional year, a coin that embodies American minting history, and a coin that shines both literally and figuratively in today's collector's market. With its rich red copper tone, its flawless condition, and its limited availability, this penny has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. If you happen to come across one of these fiery red beauties, you may very well be holding a coin worth $44,000. Top 6. Imagine holding a small piece of American history in the palm of your hand, just a single penny, yet so rare, so extraordinary, and so beautifully preserved that collectors around the world are willing to pay a fortune just to own it. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny from the year 1917, particularly those preserved in a stunning copper red color shade. This is no ordinary coin. It's a true numismatic treasure, a coin that has become one of the most sought-after finds in the world of rare U.S. currency. In this video, we'll uncover its unique history, its eye-catching features, and the explosive demand it's generating in today's collector market. So stay with us, because what you're about to discover could completely change how you view the humble penny, and maybe even spark a treasure hunt in your own home. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was introduced in 1909 to mark the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it instantly captured the public's admiration. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse and two symbolic wheat ears on the reverse, representing America's agricultural roots. The design remained in use until 1958 and became a beloved classic. Now, fast forward to the year 1917. The United States had entered World War I, and the nation was undergoing tremendous changes. In the midst of this historical turning point, the U.S. Mint continued producing Lincoln Wheat Pennies, millions of them. But only a small fraction from that year would go on to survive over a century in pristine, untouched condition. What makes the 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny in copper red shade so special is its extraordinary appearance. Unlike the dull brown or darkened coins we're used to seeing from the early 20th century, this coin radiates with a fiery red brilliance that stops collectors in their tracks. That deep coppery red hue isn't just a matter of aesthetics, it's a sign of a coin that has never circulated, never been handled carelessly, and has spent its life protected from air, moisture, and human touch. The luster glows, the details are crisp, and the visual impact is immediate. It's not just rare, it's breathtaking. The rarity of this coin goes far beyond age alone. While it's true that millions were minted in 1917, very few were saved in the kind of condition that preserves their original red copper brilliance. Over the decades, most were spent, handled, pocketed, or lost. The few that were preserved have become incredibly scarce, and among those, only a rare elite still glow with that full red mint luster. These are the coins that earn top grades from professional grading companies, MS65 red, MS66 red, or even higher. And these are the coins that serious collectors will go to great lengths to acquire. The condition of a coin is everything in the world of numismatics, and this coin is a shining example of perfection. A 1917 wheat penny in full red condition tells a story of survival. It's not just about being old, it's about being untouched, flawless, and preserved in a way that lets it speak for the era in which it was born. Imagine a coin that witnessed the First World War, the Roaring Twenties, the Great Depression, and yet still looks as if it just rolled off the minting press yesterday. That's the miracle of the 1917 copper red Lincoln penny. Demand for this coin is absolutely surging in today's collector market. As more collectors enter the hobby and as more advanced investors start recognizing the long-term value of rare U.S. coins, the competition for top-grade early Lincoln Wheat pennies has become fierce. And the 1917 red copper penny is at the center of this excitement. It's not only historically significant but also visually stunning and incredibly scarce in high condition. Auction houses have reported record bids, private sales are happening at extraordinary premiums, and collectors know that once a coin like this disappears into a private collection, it may not surface again for generations. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the current market value. While a circulated 1917 penny might only be worth a few dollars, a 1917 Lincoln Wheat penny in brilliant copper red color and pristine mint state condition recently stunned the numismatic world when it sold for $285,000 United States dollars. Yes, that's right, $285,000 for a coin that many people wouldn't think twice about if they found it in a coin jar. But this isn't just a penny, it's a museum-worthy masterpiece. For collectors and treasure hunters eager to find one of their own, here's some valuable advice. Start by checking inherited coin collections or old family savings. Focus on wheat pennies and examine them under a bright light to see if the coin still reflects that fiery red copper tone. Weighing the coin and using a magnifier to check its sharpness can help you identify if it's worth submitting for professional grading. Always store rare finds in a safe, dry place using coin holders that protect against air and fingerprints. And never clean a rare coin, doing so can destroy its value. Let the natural brilliance of a well-preserved coin shine on its OWN.IN conclusion. The 1917 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in copper red color shade stands as a symbol of excellence in coin collecting. With its deep historical roots, brilliant luster, and rarity in mint red condition, it represents the perfect storm of age, beauty, and demand. This is more than a coin, it's a tangible connection to America's past, a dazzling treasure of numismatic art, and a highly prized asset in today's thriving collector market. If you ever come across a 1917 copper red Lincoln Wheat penny in mint state, you just might be holding a coin worth $285,000. Top 7. Have you ever imagined that a simple penny, something so small and ordinary, could be the gateway to an extraordinary fortune? Today, we uncover the remarkable story of a coin that has quietly become one of the most thrilling and valuable pieces in the world of coin collecting. We're talking about the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in a rich, blazing copper red color shade. This isn't just an old coin, it's a rare gem of American history, glowing with brilliance, packed with character, and worth a shocking fortune in today's auction market. So don't miss a second of this video, because we're about to explore the powerful mix of beauty, rarity, and value that makes this coin a legend among collectors. Let's begin with the history and background of this incredible coin. The Lincoln Wheat penny was already a cornerstone of American currency by the time 1949 came around. Introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the wheat penny quickly became an icon of American coinage. The reverse design, featuring two wheat stalks surrounding the words, 1 cent, symbolized national growth, strength, and prosperity. The 1940s were a time of post-war recovery in the United States. With World War II having ended just a few years earlier, 1949 was a year of transition, of economic growth, and of rebuilding. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued to produce Lincoln cents, but only a tiny number of these coins would survive the next several decades in flawless, eye-popping condition. What separates the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny in copper red shade from the rest is not just its age or design, but its dazzling appearance. A copper red coin from 1949 that still maintains its vibrant luster is a numismatic masterpiece. Over time, most copper coins begin to fade, darken, or tone with exposure to the elements. But a coin that has been perfectly preserved in an untouched state retains that glowing red surface, a sign of true mint brilliance. These coins shine with a warmth and intensity that captures the eyes of even the most experienced collectors. It's not just about beauty, it's about rarity, condition, and excellence. Now let's talk about rarity and collector condition. The majority of 1949 Lincoln pennies were used in everyday transactions and quickly fell into circulation. They were dropped, passed from hand to hand, scraped across counters, and lost in the shuffle of daily life. Very few were carefully set aside the moment they were minted. And among those few, only an even smaller number remained sealed away in conditions that protected their copper red finish. A 1949 wheat penny in brilliant red mint state condition is an absolute rarity, one that's growing even more scarce by the day. Coins of this caliber are graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC, and those graded MS65 red or higher are the gold standard of collecting. Collector demand for these coins is skyrocketing, especially for specimens that maintain both perfect condition and full copper red luster. In today's numismatic world, beauty matters. Eye appeal matters. And when a coin from 1949 surfaces with that unmistakable mint red glow, collectors race to add it to their portfolio. It's not just nostalgia that drives the demand, it's the desire to own something that very few others ever will. Auction houses have reported intense bidding wars, with passionate collectors vying for every available piece in pristine red condition. These coins are now considered investment-grade collectibles, and their value is expected to keep climbing as supply continues to shrink. Speaking of value, let's get to the part that has stunned collectors and casual coin holders alike. A brilliant 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny in copper red shade, preserved in mint state and certified by professional grading, recently reached an astounding market value of $255,000 United States dollars. Yes, a single penny, 1 cent, selling for more than the price of a luxury home. That's the level of demand and respect this coin has earned in today's elite collector circles. So what can collectors and treasure hunters do to get their hands on such a gem? First, never underestimate the value of those old coin jars, inherited collections, or coin rolls from banks or estate sales. Examine every 1949 penny you find. Under good lighting, look for that bright, fiery copper red surface. The clearer the shine, the stronger the detail, the higher the value. Coins should be handled with care, no touching the surface, always wear gloves, and use coin holders that protect from air and fingerprints. And if you believe you found something truly exceptional, don't hesitate to have it professionally graded. That one decision could turn a regular find into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. In conclusion, the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in full copper red color shade stands among the finest examples of American coinage. It's a shining reflection of post-war America, of fine mint craftsmanship, and of the enduring legacy of Lincoln himself. With its rarity, unmatched beauty, and historical depth, it has become a trophy piece in high-end collections. It is more than just currency, it is an heirloom, an investment, and a masterpiece all in one. And when found in flawless red condition, this tiny coin can command a value as high as $255,000. Top 8. Imagine for a moment that a simple, everyday penny could actually be your ticket to a life-changing fortune. Seems impossible, right? But today, we're going to uncover a hidden treasure that's been sitting quietly in the pockets, drawers, and jars of Americans for decades. Welcome to the incredible story of the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in stunning copper red color shade, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions, has the power to become one of the most valuable and coveted coins in the collector world today. If you're a coin hunter, a collector, or even someone who just enjoys amazing stories of unexpected value, stay with us. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this small copper piece is making huge waves in the auction market and why you might want to check your own coin collection right away. To truly appreciate the importance of the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny, we need to step back and look at its history. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, and it marked a revolutionary moment in American coinage. It was the first time a real historical figure had ever been featured on a U.S. coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse proudly displays Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse of the coin, at least until 1958, features two stylized wheat ears that earned the coin its famous nickname, the Wheat Penny. The year 1950 came right in the heart of post-World War II America, a time of booming growth, optimism, and new beginnings. The U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies that year, but only a few would escape the wear and tear of daily circulation and remain preserved in an exceptional state. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1950 Lincoln penny in copper red color shade so extraordinary. Most pennies from that time have darkened over the years, turning a deep brown or showing signs of oxidation and handling. But a copper red penny from 1950 that still shines with its original fiery luster is a rare and precious find. The red shade comes from the coin being untouched, uncirculated, and stored in near-perfect conditions from the moment it left the mint. When light hits its surface, it reflects with an almost mirror-like brilliance that highlights every fine detail, from the texture in Lincoln's hair to the crisp definition of the wheat stalks on the reverse. This kind of visual impact is what separates common coins from high-value showpieces. The rarity of such a coin cannot be overstated. While the mintage numbers may have been high, the number of coins that survived the decades without losing their original red hue is extremely low. Coins with this level of preservation are typically graded by professional services, and the ones that reach MS65 red or higher are especially rare. These coins represent the very top of the market, the elite of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. And with collectors constantly searching for that perfect addition to their set, demand for these ultra-premium specimens is only going up. In terms of condition, the most valuable 1950 wheat pennies are those that have never entered circulation. That means no scratches, no discoloration, no dulling from pocket change wear. These coins are perfectly struck and beautifully preserved. In collector terms, this is known as mint state condition, and when the coin also carries the full copper red color designation, it becomes an instant highlight in any collection. For serious collectors, acquiring a 1950 Lincoln penny in MS65 red or better is a dream find, something they may search years to obtain. The current demand for these coins is incredibly strong. With the growing popularity of coin collecting as both a hobby and an investment, rare pennies in pristine condition are becoming harder and harder to find. Investors are treating these coins as assets that can appreciate over time, much like fine art or rare stamps. And the 1950 Lincoln penny in copper red is at the forefront of that trend. Auction houses are reporting record levels of bidding for high-grade specimens, and collectors are willing to pay serious money to own one before they vanish from the open market forever. So, what is this coin really worth in today's market? Let's reveal the number that's leaving collectors speechless. A 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny, preserved in radiant copper red shade and certified in mint state by a leading grading service, has recently fetched an unbelievable value of $250,000. That's right, 1 cent, when preserved in the right condition, has reached $250,000 in the collector and auction world. It's an astonishing reminder that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. For coin enthusiasts and new collectors, the key takeaway is this: treasure can truly be hiding in plain sight. Always inspect your pennies carefully, especially those dated from the mid-20th century. Look for shine, check the detail, and pay attention to the color. A bright, coppery red tone could be a strong indicator that the coin is in exceptional condition. Store your coins in safe, protective holders and never attempt to clean them. cleaning can damage the surface and destroy their value. If you think you found a candidate for grading, reach out to professional services like PCGS or NGC to get it authenticated and valued. You never know, your old coin jar could be holding a treasure worth more than a brand new CAR.in. Conclusion: the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in copper red color shade isn't just a piece of American currency, it's a legend in the world of coin collecting. With its rich historical roots, brilliant visual appeal, and growing demand in today's market, it represents the perfect combination of beauty, rarity, and value. As more collectors chase these rare specimens, prices continue to rise and availability continues to shrink. And if you're lucky enough to own one in top condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth $250,000. Top 9. Get ready to be amazed, because in today's video, we're about to unlock the secret behind one of the most fascinating and unexpectedly valuable coins hiding right in plain sight, the 1953 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in stunning copper red color shade. Yes, you heard that right. A penny from 1953 that could be worth a fortune in today's collector market. This is not just any ordinary coin, this is a rare, shining artifact of American history, a masterpiece of minting excellence, and a treasure that collectors are scrambling to find. So don't blink, don't skip ahead, and don't miss a single detail, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin is setting the numismatic world on fire and how it could turn a humble cent into a massive payday. Let's take a journey back in time to understand why this coin holds such a powerful position in American coinage. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Since then, it has become one of the most recognizable and beloved coins in U.S. history. By 1953, the Lincoln Wheat Penny had already become a trusted part of daily commerce, a symbol of American strength and perseverance in the post-war years. The wheat reverse design, with its two graceful ears of wheat enclosing the words, 1 cent, had become a familiar sight. But even though millions of 1953 pennies were struck, only a very select few would go on to achieve legendary status. What makes the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny in copper red color so uniquely valuable is its dazzling appearance and the remarkable condition it must be in to be worth serious money. Over time, the vast majority of copper coins develop a darker brown hue due to oxidation and exposure to air. But every once in a while, we come across a survivor, a coin that has never entered circulation, never been touched by bare fingers, and never lost that brilliant reddish glow it had the day it left the U.S. Mint. These are called red coins by collectors, and they are the crown jewels of the Lincoln penny world. A 1953 penny that still displays that fiery red brilliance is a showstopper, shimmering under light, bursting with luster, and radiating the quality and care of pristine minting. Now let's talk about just how rare and in demand these coins really are. It's important to remember that while many 1953 wheat pennies were produced, most were used and abused in daily life. They were tossed into cash registers, spent on candy and gum, and worn down from decades of handling. Only a tiny fraction of these coins were preserved in untouched condition, and even fewer retained their original red coloring. The coins that did survive in perfect, uncirculated condition are now housed in top-tier collector collections and investment portfolios. They are graded by professional services, and those that earn designations like MS65 Red or higher are instantly recognized as elite-tier collectibles. The demand for coins like this has never been higher. As more collectors enter the hobby and as interest in vintage American coinage continues to grow, these rare red gems are becoming more and more scarce. Auction houses across the country are seeing bidding wars break out every time one of these high-grade 1953 red Lincoln cents becomes available. Serious collectors know that this isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American legacy, and the copper red version is seen as the finest and most desirable example possible. It's not just collectors who are interested, investors are too, recognizing the long-term potential and rising value of these rare pennies. Now let's reveal the jaw-dropping truth that has shocked even veteran collectors. A 1953 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, preserved in blazing copper red color shade and graded in top mint state condition by a leading authority, has reached an auction value of $225,000. That's right, What started as a 1-cent coin over 70 years ago has now exploded in worth, transforming into a six-figure treasure that every collector dreams of discovering. This is what makes coin hunting so exciting, knowing that one extraordinary find can rewrite your story forever. For collectors and treasure seekers, the path forward is clear. Always inspect every Lincoln Wheat penny you come across. Look for that unmistakable red brilliance, that glossy surface, and that sharp detail that sets a mint-state coin apart. Handle them only with gloves, use proper coin holders, and avoid cleaning at all costs. A single scratch or cleaning mark can reduce a coin's value dramatically. If you believe you found something special, don't guess, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC and get an expert opinion. With the right grade and confirmation of that red color designation, you might just have a coin that can change your financial future. In conclusion, the 1953 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in copper red color shade stands as one of the brightest stars in the world of rare coins. It's a perfect fusion of history, beauty, and rarity. Its strong collector demand, exceptional eye appeal, and limited surviving numbers make it a prize beyond measure. From the moment it was struck to its discovery decades later, this coin represents everything that makes coin collecting magical. And when preserved in flawless, glowing red condition, it can command an incredible value of $225,000. Top 10. Get ready to step into the world of hidden treasure, where a simple penny can hold the power to change your life. In today's video, we're going to explore the thrilling story behind one of the most captivating and high-demand coins in American numismatics, the 1954 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in a stunning copper red color shade. This is no ordinary coin. It's a fiery masterpiece that shines with brilliance, historical depth, and incredible market value. If you're a collector, an enthusiast, or even just someone with a jar full of pennies sitting at home, you'll want to watch every moment of this video. Because what we're about to reveal might just lead you to discover a coin that could be worth a fortune. To truly understand the value of the 1954 Lincoln penny, we need to look at the history behind it. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The wheat reverse design, with two elegant stalks flanking the words, 1 cent, became an icon of American coinage. By the time 1954 arrived, the wheat penny was a familiar part of daily life in the United States. But even with millions minted, only a very small number of these coins would go on to become prized treasures, especially those preserved in perfect copper red brilliance. What sets the 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny in copper red apart from the rest is its visual impact and impeccable condition. Most pennies from the mid-20th century have aged into darker brown tones due to years of handling and exposure to air. But those rare few that were stored properly from the beginning retained their original red luster, a radiant copper tone that seems to glow from within. This red shade, especially when combined with a high-grade mint-state condition, is what truly elevates this coin to elite collector status. A copper red 1954 penny with that untouched brilliance and microscopic detail is not just a coin, it's a piece of art. Rarity is the fuel that drives the value of any collectible, and this penny has it in abundance. While the Philadelphia Mint did strike a large number of 1954 Lincoln cents, the vast majority of them were circulated into everyday commerce. Only a tiny percentage were carefully preserved by collectors or discovered later in uncirculated rolls. And even among those survivors, very few retained the bright copper red color that collectors crave. Coins that have been officially graded at MS65 red or higher are in extremely short supply, and that's what makes them so desirable on the market. It's not just about the date, it's about finding a coin with the perfect storm of originality, eye appeal, and condition. For collectors, the 1954 Lincoln penny in red color and high grade is one of those elusive finds that holds tremendous demand. These coins are sought after by everyone from beginner hobbyists to veteran numismatists. They're especially appealing because they complete high-grade sets of Lincoln cents and represent the best of mid-century American minting. And when a collector sees one come up for sale, the competition is fierce. Top auction houses often see bidding wars erupt over these exact coins, especially those with the copper red designation and mint state ratings. These coins aren't just bought, they're chased, hunted, and proudly displayed as centerpieces of private collections. So how much is this rare coin really worth in today's high-energy collector market? The answer might shock you. A 1954 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in dazzling copper red shade, graded at a top-level mint state condition, has sold for a staggering $215,000. That's right, just one penny, when perfectly preserved, has reached a value that could rival luxury cars or even the down payment on a dream home. This is the kind of discovery that can transform an everyday hobby into a life-altering moment. For collectors and coin finders alike, the path to success is all about knowing what to look for. Pay attention to color, surface quality, and the overall strike of the coin. That shimmering red tone is a powerful sign that the coin hasn't been worn or degraded over time. Store your finds carefully in protective holders. Never clean a coin, as that can remove the original surface and destroy its value. If you think you found a coin in top condition, it's worth having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These services authenticate the coin and assign it a condition grade that collectors and dealers respect and trust. In conclusion, the 1954 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny in copper red color shade is more than just a relic from the past, it's a symbol of numismatic excellence and a hidden treasure for those lucky enough to discover it. With its rich historical background, stunning visual brilliance, and rare preserved condition, this coin has become a cornerstone in high-end collections across the country. And for one of the finest examples ever found, the price has soared to an incredible $215,000. So the next time you're sorting through change or flipping through an old coin album, keep your eyes open, because the next great discovery could be waiting right in the palm of your hand.